Hello my friends, this video is going to be a little bit different because instead of doing gameplay on Fall Guys, I'm going to be going over some tips and tricks to help you get ahead. So the first tip I have is about the missions. I have a few tips about the missions. What I want to say is that for the weekly missions, you really want to get these done early. At least a few of them. Some of the weekly missions aren't that bad, but the missions that running a certain number of meters, like the run a total of 30,000 meters, you want to get that done early. Because 30,000 meters may not seem like a lot, but it takes quite a few race rounds to even get to 1,000. So yeah, it's pretty, or no, 10,000. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. You definitely want to try to do this alongside your daily because it's gonna feel like a grind otherwise. At least it did for me. So I tried to get done. I was wondering, but yeah, it's a really big grind. I mean, I still have 4 days to get these done, but it's still a very big grind. It's better to do it at the very start of the week when these first come out and do them alongside the daily missions. Some of these other ones, like the play any round in any show, not too bad. The run 2,000 meters, all you really need to do is get to the final round, and like that to how hard it is. But this might be another one, just because of how long it takes to get to even just 1,000. That might be another one to consider doing at the very start of the week and just grinding it out that way. And then of course, a win any show really depends on how good you are at the game. I would say don't worry too much about this one unless you're really good at the game. Just hope that there's that there's an event that you can easily win. That's the same can be said for this winner show. For the marathon, pretty much don't really treat this as a marathon mission. Just pretty much wait until hopefully there'll be an easy show. If you're not very good at the game, if you're good at the game, that doesn't really matter. This advice doesn't really go to you. But if you're only average and you barely ever win a show, or you never win regular shows, pretty much you can wait and hopefully there's an event. Because I'm not very good at a game, but I was just lucky enough to get an event where I could easily get this done. So definitely don't take those special events for granted. If you're active in this game, you definitely want to check up on the events because there might be one that's actually pretty easy to easily get this one done. And then these marathons, some of these other marathon missions, you want to treat basically the same as the weekly, but worse. You want to get these started early. The dive 1,000 times and survive rounds. Don't necessarily wait for events. Just whenever you find a survivor round, whenever you get lucky enough to find a survivor round, and even the regular shows, you want to start diving because that 1,000 is a lot. I did the hexagon, and I can't even really do 100 in one hexagon. It takes several to get even just to 100. So yeah, I tried it out. It takes several times. So yeah, maybe there's certain survival rounds where you can dive a lot and not really worry about falling off. But I think you just want to start diving as soon as you get a survival round. But of course try not to dive that if you're going for winning the show, but just dive. And then also with the running and race rounds, pretty much just do it normal and you'll eventually get done. Just start this early and you should be a little bit better. And if you need, you can also plan to put the break these up into chunks, maybe running 150,000. I think you get at least 60 days in a marathon. So maybe do 150,000 divided by 60, whatever that would be. And then you split them into chunks. Maybe a little over 1,200. Maybe you're doing 1,500 every day. Or maybe 15,000. no, not 15,000 every day. But something like that, like some kind of like number where you can like do a certain amount every day, and like by the time you finish it, you'll like be there. Whatever, basically just do that. Like whatever the amount of days you have, try to get this like start on the first day, and then like divide it up and see like how many it's gonna take to get it done. And then I have a little bit of a strategy for this grab 1,000 players in team rounds. Since this game is free to play on literally any device, if you can't get a second account, like, or if you need like PlayStation Online, PlayStation Plus, in order to like have a second account for this game, what you can do is, since this is cross-platform play, is instead of buying another PlayStation Plus, just have another account so you can like easily grab your AKA buddy, which is basically just your second controller. Like if you have another system, like if you have an Xbox or a Switch, I believe it's available on all the major consoles. Like if you have the newest Xbox, or even like the one less, or like the Switch, you can just like get on those two, and then you can like create an account there, and you should be able to, I believe you should be able to play with your Switch account. So whichever account you're trying to grab, whichever account is your main account that you want to get this done on, all you need to do, you don't even really need to play that account. Like just create it for the purpose of being able to like grab and basically treat it as like treat the other guy as like an AFKer, and then just like grab them a whole bunch of times. Don't even worry about winning or losing. Just grab that AFK account you created. Just grab that one a bunch of times, because it still counts whether you're part of the same team or not, and then you'll eventually get done. You can get about like 350 grabs, so it only take like 4 times. Like, and now it's pretty much, and like there was a team event, but like if there would be another team event, like team special event, like then would be the perfect time to like do that strategy. So yeah, that's something you can do. You can pretty much just create an account and then wait for like a team special event and then do it then, because they do come out. Like I did see one. You do see one in the last video I showed you. So that's something I was thinking about. You could even create one on like the computer on Steam if you want, because that's literally free. Like you don't even need like a special. All you really need is like Wi-Fi. But like you need Wi-Fi anyway to play this on your consoles, so you should already have that if you have this game on your consoles. So yeah. So that's a tip there. Okay, so now I'll go over the tips for kudos. You want to try to save up your kudos, like not like just buy everything in the shop. Because like you may think you have a lot of kudos and you're getting quite a bit from the daily, but if you like pretty much buy everything, like if I was to buy everything here, I'd already be out of kudos, and it can take a while to accumulate a whole bunch. So you want to be careful about what you're spending them on, even more so for like the show bucks, especially as a free-to-play player. If you're not free-to-play, it doesn't matter as much, but I think even for people who spend money, you kind of want to like be careful with your kudos, because I don't think there's any way of buying kudos. So yeah, I don't believe there's any way of buying kudos. So kudos you kind of want to be careful with. Show bucks you mostly want to be, but if you're planning to like spend a whole bunch of money anyway, it doesn't really matter for you. This is for the okay, so if you're planning to barely spend any money like on this game, or none at all, the best thing to buy instead of these costumes, the best thing to buy is definitely a season pass, because like you get it for $950 and you get a total of $1,500 if you complete the whole thing. But you want to, as long as you're patient, you want to wait until the end. See if you can make it, because you'll get the prizes either way. You'll get all the prizes either way. So you want to make it to 100 first, and then if you do, and you have the 950 Showbucks to spend, you'll want to like buy it then, like, because even without the free Showbucks included, you get 1200. So you're still like getting a profit either way. So it's basically like you can think of it like you're getting 1200 or 1500, like depending on whether you or not you want to count the free Showbucks or not. And how you know like what you're getting with or without their season pass is like anything that says free you're getting without it, and anything that shows a locked icon, that means you need to upgrade the season pass in order to get those. And there's some cool stuff here. Yeah. Okay, so okay, so and then one thing about also related to season pass is like if you miss a few days, you don't have to worry about it. You should, as long as you don't miss like a few weeks in a row, like or a few weeks total. Like if you just miss a few days, you should still be able to make it. Because like I missed like I think at least 2 weeks of playing this game, and I'm still like at like level 87 right here. So like, and don't worry about like, and how you want to accumulate the experiences. You want to do the dailies every day, or at least try to, and then do the weeklies also. You don't really have to worry about the win any show. You'll still be able to get done without doing these. So like, you don't really have to worry about this one, but like the other ones you want to try to get done. And then as long as you're doing this like fairly regularly, you don't have to like do it like very often. Like you want to do it pretty often, but like I'm saying, if you miss a few days, you should still be able to make it. You should still be able to make it. But if you if you do think you're gonna be missing a few days, you might still want to like hang off on like buying the 950 season pass thing until you can be certain that you'll make it here. Yeah. Or at least until like once you make a profit, then maybe you could still buy it. Like, but like I would say like you want to make it here, like to really make the season pass upgrade the most worth it. Although as long as you're making a profit, I think it still might be worth it. So yeah. So there's that tip about that. And then yeah, like for the marathons, you want to get these done if you're not very good at the game. If you're even if you're good at the game, this might be worth it to help you get to the crown stuff. Get the crown stuff a little bit earlier than you would. But like if you can like win a lot of shows, this might not seem worth it to you. I think this is more for the people who aren't as good at the game. Because like these crown shards can add up. Like just through the crown shards alone, for the most part, I was able to make it to crown rank 6. I was able to get 6 different things or 5 different things. Yeah. Just by doing the crown rank, just from pretty much doing the marathon. I might have won. It might have been because I won a few shows during that Gideus event, but like I think for the most part it was from getting those marathons done. And I could probably get to maybe like 7 if I was to complete the rest of them at least. Yeah, I think I probably would be able to get to 7, maybe. Maybe. I could potentially get to 7. So yeah, I think you can get to at least like 6 or 7 if you do all the marathons. So like those marathons are nothing to sneeze at. And then the kudo missions, like you can get them done and not get them done. It depends on like how much you like the kudo costumes. Like if you need extra kudos, you could get them done, but I don't think like they're like it's like very few kudos that you're actually getting. But like I don't know like where else you're getting kudos from very much, so like it might be worth it to get these done. But I think these sometimes turn out to be a little bit harder than the actual experience missions. Experience missions you definitely want to get done though, because that's pretty much your like primary way of climbing up the these tiers without like winning having to win a bunch of shows. And then oh yeah, and I have a few here, and then I'll end it with a few tips for the people who do want to spend a little bit of money. If you only want to spend money to like get the season pass up a little bit early, like during season 1, since like otherwise you can only get up during season 4 if you're free to play. I originally thought that this would be the best purchase, but actually no. What the best purchase would be is actually the getting the popping whizbanger. If there's two $4 deals like here, like $3.99 gets you this plus 600, and then $3.99 gets you this plus 600. It's actually better to go for these than even that like 1,000 for $7.99, because adding it up, it's actually a penny less, and you get 2 costumes along with it, and you get 200 extra show bucks. And like extra show bucks are always a good thing. Like it's always a good thing to have a little bit extra show bucks. Whether like you plan on like, because then you might be able to like get up some of the other show buck things a little bit early. That may be the difference between being able to get a show buck costume and still like doing the season pass versus not being able to get a show buck costume, like having to like choose one between the other. And if you have to choose one between the other, definitely go for the season pass instead of the costume, even if it's a really cool one, because you get a lot more costumes in the season pass. Anyway, so yeah, so here's what you get from the popping whizbanger. So yeah, you get the costume and you get the show bucks, and then same thing here, you get a horse costume and the show bucks. So it's kind of like the season 1 starter pack, but a much better deal, because you're also getting 200 extra show bucks, and it ends up being less than just buying the 1,000 show bucks alone. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. Of course, if you're planning to spend a whole bunch of money and you don't really care, like then like that, this doesn't really apply to you. But if you only plan to like make like the best money, like for the show bucks, just to get this season 1 pass going, definitely those two are like the best. And you want to like try to get it done like as like during season 1 or whatever your first season is gonna be, that like where you go all the way, because like if you're gonna spend money, you're gonna want to like spend money during the soonest season like possible, I would say. Because otherwise it might be better just to like wait until season 4 where you can like get the season pass for free. So yeah. Okay, I think that's pretty much all the tips I have for you guys, and I'm almost running out of time here. So I hope this was really helpful for you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, tomorrow I will be going over all of the games I have, and then I'll like leave it up to you guys, like if you want to say like what game I should be playing, like so I'll do that tomorrow. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe. Consider ringing that notification bell for regular content, and I'll be seeing everyone in the next video. I really urge everyone to watch tomorrow's video because it should be really informational.